Greetings, Bonnie and everybody. Welcome back. Happy full moon. How's everyone doing? How is the start of 2023 going for everybody? Jackie says, greetings and happy new year, lovely friends. Lucy, hello to all. Cheryl, hi, happy new year. Jane, hello. Jackie and everyone. I feel like I'm very excited for this full moon because it is very active in my chart. So I don't know if I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be, but who cares, right? It's the first full moon of the year. It's our time to choose what we want to leave behind in 2022 and what we want to celebrate moving forward. Bridget, good morning. Happy New Year. Lolita, I just searched and found this starting now. Love it. Your guides definitely wanted you to be here today. That's awesome. Christine, hi, Jackie, and lovely tribe. Lynn, good morning. A different Lynn says 2023 is bubbly so far. Excited to see where the bubbles flow. Likewise, so I started the new year. It was on January 2nd that I finished reading The Law of Attraction by Esther and Abraham Hicks. If you're interested in The Law of Attraction, I highly suggest this book. It's something that I had been playing around with for a while. So I started reading this book and I was like, this is everything I already know. Like, whatever, something called me to finish the book. It took me 1 year to read the book. I got it for Christmas last year and I finally finished it earlier this week. But like I learned a whole lot out of it. It's nice sometimes to just hear the same things over and over. It like solidifies it in your mind. So I'm using many different strategies this year so far. And my favorite is segment intending. So your day can be broken up into all these little segments. Before you wake up, that's your segment. The first, like, making your morning coffee is a segment. Showering is a segment. Driving to work is a segment. So if you intend how you wish for that segment to go, that's been helping me a lot this year. So I hope everyone else is having a bubbly 2023. Kay, Grand Rising. Hello, Karen. Hello, Catherine. Sharon. Today in most Latin cultures, we celebrate Three Kings Day. As a joke, we say Happy Tricking Day. I love it, Sharon. Thanks for sharing. January 6th. Isn't that something else? Or I'm thinking December 6th. I don't know. Carrie says good morning. Jackie is welcoming Lolita to the tribe. Jess, good morning from Texas. Anik, hello, good morning. Kaz 2023 has been challenging so far. Plenty of bumps on the road. Let's see how we can make that better for you, huh? Jennifer, I'm only pulling one card today. So seems like you were aware of that already. Christine, Feast of the Epiphany, January 6th. Interesting. My conscious awareness did not know that, but maybe something in my unconscious past life used to celebrate. Feast of the Epiphany. All right, let's chat about this full moon. Monique, happy New Year. Good morning. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's the same as Three Kings. Cool. For those who don't know me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you from Northern Illinois. I am very talkative because it's Mercury retrograde and my natal Mercury is retrograde, so I'm watching the time, trying not to get too ahead of myself. Violet says my ex-husband died unexpectedly on Friday. It's been an interesting mix of emotions and a lot of healing. How you holding up, Violet? I know that is definitely a shock, definitely not something that anyone would hope to receive, any news that anyone would hope to receive. I know that there's lots of emotions to be processed in that, especially being with an ex-husband. I hope that this full moon, right, allows you that opportunity to release. Concentrating on helping my sons This full moon does have to do with the parental axis. Capricorn and Cancer are the parents of the zodiac. Thank you for sharing that, Violet. I love the vulnerability that we have cultivated here in this group. And I know that there's plenty of love and healing being sent to you and your family. Kaz says today is Women's Christmas in Ireland. Love it. Maria, good morning. Happy full moon. Violet, you've journaled a lot. That's good. Getting the feelings out, right? Processing them, feeling them. I know that that's usually the last thing that we want to do is to feel the shit that we are holding inside of us. But as much as you allow yourself to process it and just accept what's coming out, it will be purged and it won't need to purge anymore. You know what I mean? Lots of love to you, Violet. I wonder how this full moon is impacting your chart, actually. I know personally I have 8 aspects to this full moon in my chart. I have a grand cross in cardinal signs in my chart, and this Cancer is happening on a cardinal, in a cardinal sign, the cardinal sign of Cancer. This is the first full moon of 2023, so this is absolutely an opportunity to celebrate. Full moons are about celebration as much as they're about releasing, but this is a time to celebrate what you've chosen to bring with you from 2022, and it's an opportunity to release what no longer serves you in order to move forward into 2023 for your highest and greatest good. 2023 is the year of the 7, so if you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, 2023 equals 7. It's the year of spiritual awakening. It's the lucky number 7. 7 is very prevalent in our lives. There are 7 main chakras. There are 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 days in the week. The 7 dwarfs just came to mind for some reason. And I didn't even put this together until I just looked at the numbers right now. The moon is at 16 degrees of Cancer, and the sun is at 16 degrees of Capricorn. So if you add 1 plus 6, there's another 7. So here's a 7 opportunity. Moon, sun, year, 777. Love it. The moon is in a water sign of Cancer. And water, if you can hear the waves playing in the background, I chose that music on purpose. Water is the emotional sign, so full moon, emotional release. Even more amplified because the moon is at home in his sign of Cancer. He feels the most comfortable in Cancer. She feels the most comfortable in Cancer. So she's allowing herself to open that crab shell. Now that she is in her home sign, she's available to bear all, right? You may choose to invite an emotional release today to clear the path for 2023. Bridget, this full moon has made me really focus on all of the positive things in my life and out things and put things into perspective. I love it, Bridget. Hello, Cecilia. So Cancer is the crab. Lolita, are we supposed to see you in real time? I can only see a lovely picture. Yes, I am like live on video. I wonder maybe if you exit the stream and come back in, if that will help. This full moon's happening in Cancer, and Cancer is the sign of the crab. So I invite you to ask yourself, and maybe like later tonight, the full moon is happening, by the way, it's at 5 p.m. my time, Central Time. So in about 9 hours, 8.5 hours from now, I think, if I did math right. If I didn't, don't judge. But Cancer is the crab. So I invite you to ask yourself, are you hiding behind your crab shell? Is there something that is mushy and gushy inside that you're hiding from the world with your shield of protection? Cancer, the crab, they walk sideways. Are you sidestepping an issue? Are you not willing to head on confront what this issue is? Are you kind of seeing if you can go around it in one way or another? Yeah, feel totally exhausted, had trouble sleeping, must be the full moon. Yes, the moon pulls on the waters of our body, right? We are made up of, I don't know, science amount of water, lots of water. And the moon's magnetic pull on the earth, think about how the moon affects the tides. So if the full moon can pull the tides that much, imagine how much it's pulling our own water, our own emotions, our own intuition, right? That's what water represents. Cancer is the mother archetype in the zodiac. Very nurturing energy, compassionate, caring energy, just mother, like let me hold you, right? So the full moon in Cancer gives us time to ask, are you overgiving? Are you coddling yourself or someone else or a situation? Are you enabling, right? Are you over nurturing that leads to enabling something in your life? Meaning, you're giving. This is the first thing that just came to mind, but when a parent has a child who is an addict and the child lives at home, and the parent feels bad, so they like give their kid money to participate in the addiction, right? Out of love. Like, the parent doesn't like to see the child hurting when they are uh, craving whatever their addiction is. So the parent just, here, I love you, so I'm going to make you feel happy with this money, and I know exactly what you're going to do with this money. Is that really to the best benefit of the child, or is that Cancer over nurturing and enabling? So just thinking about those themes in your life. The sun is in Capricorn, which represents the father archetype. So that brings this full moon on the family axis, on the parental axis. Full moons occur because the sun and the moon are across from each other in the sky. So this full moon can also hit at our inner child. All right, father, mother are activated, so our inner child might feel a little hit. With the sun in Capricorn, though, this gives us, the sun is our vitality, our strength. It's giving us this willpower to be our own parent at this time. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So Capricorn gives us this responsibility of being our own parent, with compassion, right? Because the moon is in Cancer over here, so the mom has that nurturing side for you, and the father has that responsibility. Like, is it finally time to clean up that mess that you made? Is it time to retell your story to yourself? Is it time to see the situation from a pair of more evolved eyes? You know, maybe looking back at something that happened in your childhood that affected you deeply, which, being a child, sure, it should have impacted you that deeply because you were an emotional baby. You know, you hadn't gone through this whole life thing and learning all the wisdom that you have now. So is it time, you know, Capricorn the father might be asking you, is it time to look at your story with a more evolved consciousness that you have now after doing all of this self-work? Being on Insight Timer, man, I know you're working on yourself. If you need that validation to remind yourself that you are doing the work, you're here, you're showing up, you're doing the work. So is it time maybe to evaluate your inner child wounds with practical Capricorn compassion, Cancer? Is it time to evaluate your inner child wounds with practical compassion? Is it time to let go of that victim mentality that we might be holding on to, right? Because it's comforting sometimes to want other people to take care of us, but in the end, no, sorry for the tough love, guys, but like, no one's coming to save you. And I mean that in an empowering way. I mean that like, no one in this world has the ability to heal you as much as you have the ability to heal yourself. Like, no one can do it as good as you can. So it's about finding that inner strength to do so. Hello, Faye. Hi from London. I feel new connections and expansion is greatly happening for me. I'm looking for clarification on my new direction. Feel like there may be a few bumps globally before spring. And while there may be, I am here to teach you all not to allow your external environment to impact your internal peace. You have the ability to just watch this movie go by, watch this play of the world stage just pass in front of you. Things don't need to get in you unless you allow them in yourself. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. They sink when the water gets in. It's like Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, when he realizes it was him saving Sirius and himself all along. If I was a Harry Potter fan, maybe I could align with that. I hope that some of you guys are able to put that connection together. So we are also blessed with Jupiter, who has recently moved into Aries. Okay, so there's no like specific aspect that's happening with Jupiter to the full moon today, but it's still this energy that's available in the skies. Jupiter is the planet of expansion in the sign of Aries, the warrior. Okay, so expanding our warrior nature, providing you with passionate warrior parental energy and like that protective energy, right? The warrior wants to protect. Here's Cancer wanting to bring people into her shell when she's ready to protect her. So this can represent the energy of fighting for your best life, nurturing your inner child without enabling them, without allowing them to hold on to the victim mentality. Maybe going into your inner child and handing them a shield, handing them a sword. Here, you're going through some battles. We all do it. Here's some tools to help you through. Two more things about this full moon. This is happening, so the moon is trine Uranus. So trine is an aspect of harmony. It just lets the good feels flow between the moon, our emotions, and Uranus, the planet of freedom and individuality. So happening with our inner child, parental access, but then we have this planet of Uranus kind of like giving a thumbs up, like aiding this whole process. Uranus is asking us to ask ourselves, who am I versus who have I been trained to be by my family? Who am I? And who am I because of what my family told me? Who am I because of what I was raised with? It's okay to not agree with all of the values that you were raised with. It doesn't need to be like this angry separation, you know? All of our parents were doing the best they could with what they had, and sometimes that didn't serve our highest good. We don't need to put blame anywhere, but we can recognize that, okay, that was their life, that was their understanding of the world. Maybe I have my own understanding of the world, and I choose to live my life according to me. Anik, that's a great mental image. Arming my 4-year-old self. Yeah, and not, you know, like, I mean, remember, like, she's 4 years old, not saying, like, all right, here's a sword, have fun, see ya, you know? This is meant for emotional attacks. Like, you can use this to cut away your own bad feelings. Oh, Christine, love the moon phases on your sleeves. Thanks, I just got this sweatshirt. It says, good things are coming, and it has a little zodiac constellation stuff with a butterfly. I just got this the other day. Karen, I keep hearing the question, who am I lately? It seems like your guides want you to ask yourself that question. One more point about this full moon. This conjunction is exact tomorrow, but the energy is available right now. Mercury retrograde is backing his way up to come sit right next to the sun. So Mercury is the planet of thoughts, and when he's retrograde, he is reviewing what he has been thinking about. He's reviewing, his ideas, just going over stuff. As he comes to like butt up with the sun is shining his light on Mercury, supercharging Mercury. So this might give us a sense of enlightenment about what we want to change our mind about. You know, what have you changed your mind about? What story are you ready to release? Because, guys, our whole life is just one big story. The more that I practice things like affirmations, intentions, law of attraction, the more I'm realizing that this is literally just a story, and we are real time authoring the book. Have you guys ever seen Stranger Than Fiction? Will Ferrell? And a woman is writing a book about his life, and his life is just changing because he's allowing someone else to take over his story. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, so I don't remember how it ends, but our life literally is just the story that we tell ourselves. If we tell ourselves that everything sucks, I don't have enough, I can never find a partner, I will never achieve this, that's the story that's going to unfold. Your intention is extremely powerful. If you believe that your life is awesome and you intend to see beauty every minute of your day, it's completely possible. It's totally achievable. It's that simple. Who are you without your story? Kay. Love it. Coming in clutch. I'm too old to use that lingo, but that's what came to mind. Yeah, you pulled that in for us. Who are you without your story? Maybe I should make one of those meditations. I've been super swamped lately. I have like a million ideas of things I want to create for all of you guys. I love the meditations where you are instructed to strip away your job. Strip away the title that you hold in your home, right? Mother, father, sister, daughter, brother, blah, blah. Strip away just thoughts that you have of yourself. And then who are you? You are your own light. Like, that's it. We're just a soul who wants love, and the rest of it is just a story. Cheryl, where did you get the sweatshirt? So, a store that I would never have any business being in. So, long story, but I got clothes as a present from Charlotte Russe. And they didn't fit, so I had to go back and exchange stuff. And I haven't been in Charlotte Russe in like 20 years, and I felt completely out of place, but they had this really cool sweatshirt. And they have some other cool woo-woo stuff, like astrology shirts and whatever, so. Anik, I just saw myself dragging the sword on the floor of my house in a message to my father of my boundaries. I like that, Anik. You keep going with it. Play with your inner child while we're here. I'm going to light some incense, and then we're going to pull one card today just to see what our inner child needs us to hear. I want to work with our inner child today. You're welcome, Cheryl. So I told you guys last week, all of the lighters in my house went out within a week of each other, and I just thought that was curious. And it wasn't until I was working with one of my clients, she reminded me that these things called matches do the same thing. And I've had matches in my house, I just always forget to use them. Jackie, now you're making me wish we had a Charlotte Russe near me. My daughters love that store. So Jackie, you're from Illinois. You might... I had to drive all the way to Woodfield to go to Charlotte Russe. So, yeah, I just really wanted some woo-woo clothes, I guess. It was interesting. And actually, there's a really cool Native American store there. And I was this close to buying so many things, but I held back. Let's see what message our is this a message from our inner child, or is this a message from the universe that our inner child needs to hear? This is a message from our inner child. Oh, Christine, yeah. Not on my worst day would I try Woodfield. I went as soon as they opened, and it wasn't that bad. It was on a Sunday, so it was a weekend right when they opened. We're going to pull from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards, and this is a message from our inner child. Something that they want us to hear on this full moon on the parental axis. I ask you to send your energy into my deck as I shuffle so that a card may come out that is meant for every single soul who is watching this reading right now. If you've been enjoying the session so far, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they are always appreciated, never expected. After this oracle card, I am going to transmit some healing energy for you all with the intention of releasing stories today. That feels right. If you haven't subscribed on Insight Timer to me yet, if you haven't followed me yet on Insight Timer, feel free to do so you can stay updated when I post my new classes. I also post all of these videos on YouTube, so you can just search my name, Jacqui Mancuso, on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel so you can be updated when I post all of these replays, so you can go back and rewatch and re-listen, because a lot of messages come through when we're here, and sometimes we just need a review. What else? Our spiritual community is the group that I have on Insight Timer, and I will type out a recap of the oracle messages after our sessions. So if you're a reader, or if you just want to be part of our spiritual community, be there for support and love, giving and receiving. It's just a nice little community that we've established, and you're all welcome. What else? Ask your inner child one more time what message they'd like to tell us. Did you guys have stubborn childhoods? Because these cards are being a little stubborn right now. If you'd like to work with me individually, you can find my website on my Insight Timer profile. We can do some cards together. We can do some Reiki healing together. I can dive into your Akashic records. Beautiful. LakesideLivingHealer.com. Scared to speak out. Interesting. Well, she did. He did. Whoever your inner child is. They all came together to pick this card for us. Violet, Jackie, and Karen, your donations are very much appreciated. Thank you, ladies. Karen, I'm a bit scared of a reading. Why is that? The energy you put out is the energy that you're going to receive, right? If you go into it with some fear, you might get some fearful answers. If you go into it with love and trust and acceptance, right? You know what? Here, I'm going to lead by example. Let me get my page right. So this segment intending that I've been talking about. I invite you all right now to set an intention for this reading. I intend to receive... If something came to mind, say that. I intend to receive positive, uplifting messages that allow me to walk in my highest timeline. And just by setting that intention, you're like setting your awareness to what you want. So by saying it out loud, or even saying it in your head, right? I intend to receive positive, uplifting messages. You're tuned into that energy right now. So as I read this description, even if it sucks, your mind is going to pick out the most positive and uplifting part of it. Christine, Jackie is the best, an old soul. She has many great services. Thanks, Christine. If you only knew. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I was actually like a little taken back today. So I've been studying astrology for a long time, and I obviously look at my own chart a lot, but I haven't like given myself a natal chart reading. Like when I read people's astrology charts, I sit with it for over an hour, and I just like on my own before I even talk to the person, and I like tell the story of this person through their astrology chart. So then I was looking at the full moon today, and I realized like how much is going on in my chart, and just like looking at yeah, it's interesting. Learning myself on another level. All right, so our inner child today, guys, is here to light some Anunnaki light codes. I've never seen this card before, and I'm very interested to see what comes out of it. This is an energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. The Anunnaki are a race. Okay, real quick. If you guys have been with me for a while and I've told you about the alien that I met at a bar, he said he was an Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who have been coming to Earth since ancient times. The Sumerians and Babylonians acknowledged them as the deities who governed the space between the worlds. The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian goddess Isis. The Anunnaki have taken many forms throughout the ages. They have an angelic warrior-like quality and have appeared with wings, sometimes up to 4, and with an elongated head and face similar to that of an eagle. When the Anunnaki appear, it's important to know they are heavenly allies supporting our healing and ascension. In the distant past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who were aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension, so that they could leave the wheel of karma. They acted as divine judges, deciding who could ascend and who had to be left behind for the growth of their soul. Those who had abused their powers and had not honored the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been given had to remain for the cataclysmic ending of their civilization. For that reason, some people who have had Atlantean incarnations may fear the Anunnaki, but be assured that they are beings of infinite light working for Source. Let's see if there's anything else. Great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you are willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. If you are wondering what is the best course of action, the Anunnaki are encouraging you to go with the new. Old systems, old ways of being, and old ways of doing things must be released if you are able to evolve. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts, and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential that will be ignited as soon as you move through this necessary change. Be open to new information, new processes, and new ideas. You are part of the new energy upon the earth. I have so much to say about that card. Let's go back to our inner child, though. This was a message from our inner child. They want us to stop doing things the way that we've been doing them. They want us to release the patterns. Our inner child wants us to stop being afraid of the new, right? Just because it's new, right? Segment intending. I was just talking about this. You can be afraid of breaking the pattern and doing something rebellious, or you can be excited about breaking the pattern and doing something exciting and rebellious. It's all up to you. It's all in your control. It's all about the story you tell to yourself, the story you tell to the world. Like, what are some patterns? Holy shit, what are the patterns that your family have instilled in you that, sure, they may have served you for some time? You know, I'm extremely grateful for my family of origin. They provided me with so many opportunities for growth. I would not change where I came from. However, I am choosing to change what I take forward through my life. I am choosing to break the pattern of what I've been shown because I know that there's more to life than what I grew up with, right? And I know that all of you can resonate in one way or another. It doesn't need to be your entire upbringing that you think was terrible or whatever, but like there's something that you've been taught over and over that doesn't resonate with you, and that's great. That's awesome. That shows that you're capable of change and growth. If something doesn't feel right, if you don't want to keep reacting in the same way, it's all your choice. You're able to make that change. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Jacqui says, Karen, check out Jacqui's About page on Insight Timer. Thank you, Jacqui. And thanks, Christine, for the kudos. This is a great card. What is Babe? Main subject? What do you mean, Jacqui? We asked for a message from our inner child. Does that help? Thank you for your donation, Bridget. Very much appreciated. Okay, what I had to do to survive isn't able to sustain me in thriving. Yes. It's okay to acknowledge that I acted in certain ways to survive. I was in survival mode. That served me at that time of my life. But now I choose to thrive. I choose to act in ways that allow me to thrive. Allowing, that's another big part. We gotta allow ourselves to accept this energy. Don't be sorry, Jacqui. It's okay. I don't know when you hopped in. Maybe you hopped in when I was in the middle of the card. Christine, domestication. What happens to us when we are born? From the Four Agreements book. Thanks for that. I like that. Domestication. Yeah, we domesticate our pets. If we release them out to the wild, would they still act the way that we've taught them to act? Or would they need to adapt to their environment? Could you imagine if we raised a dog in our home and we taught it our values and our way of being, and then we expected it to act the exact same way for the rest of its life if it was, customary to release the dog at a certain age, once he turns 18, kick him out of the house and assume that he's going to do the same thing his whole life? I know that dogs don't normally live till 18, but you know what I'm saying. Jacqui, very good card for me as I made a big decision New Year's Day. Not a resolution, but a life change. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, love it. Karen, that resonates. Now I need to thrive. I'm going to make a couple statements about the Anunnaki in general for those who are aware of extraterrestrials. I had a hard time going into this card, not going to lie, because, long story, about a year ago, I met a dude at a bar who channeled an Anunnaki. He had no idea what he was doing, but this Anunnaki energy came through and told me their plan, right? The Nibiru, their planet of Nibiru is coming back to conjunct our sun. They come back every 3,600 years. So the Anunnaki are present right now. So all that happened. That was my first ever alien experience. I was very taken back. I did a lot of research on the Anunnaki, and everything that I was seeing was evil, bad, negative, bad, other words that mean bad things. And I just kind of accepted that, like, oh, okay, like they're here to harm us. That sucks, and I didn't like hold on to it. And then we get this card, the card from our inner child, like Anunnaki. So I'm like, what the hell? But I've also been going through this whole journey of there is no good or bad. Everything just is. How we perceive it is our choice. it's up to us to determine if something is good or bad. So, and not every, like that's a generalization also. Like all Anunnaki are bad. That's like saying like all women are bad. That's like saying all men are bad. There's good and evil everywhere. Is there? Or do we just perceive good and evil everywhere? I can get super philosophical right now. But even if you did have a negative interpretation of the Anunnaki, that doesn't need to be 100% true. Just because you might not understand their intentions. They seem very Saturn tough love, right? The Anunnaki are here to... they act as divine judges. Divine judges. So if you're not willing to accept your own wrongdoings and they banish you back to, then of course you're going to think they're bad. Just like when your parent yells at you for doing something wrong, you get mad at them because you don't want to accept that what you did wasn't good. So that's it. That's what I have to say about the Anunnaki. I don't know if that resonates with any of you guys. I'm going to put that card description in our spiritual community later today. Pausing just for a moment. Yeah, beautiful. And I had already intended that our energy healing today was going to focus on releasing old stories. Nicole, thank you kindly for your donation. So we are going to transition into an energy healing. So I will talk you through a grounding meditation. If you'd like to find a comfortable seat or find yourself in a comfortable position lying flat on your back. This will last about 15 minutes. Great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you are willing to shift your perception. For those of you who are still present on screen, I want you to let me know if you can hear this. Let me know how that comes through on the audio. Is that good? Katie, my YouTube channel is my name, Jacqui Mancuso, with a Q. All right, so these are koshy bells. I talked about them last time. I want you to close your eyes before we get into our grounding meditation, and I'm going to use, this is water element. Okay, so I'm going to use this water element koshy bell to break away any negative energies around you, to clear your aura. Comes through nicely. Beautiful. Beautiful. So feel free to close your eyes and allow this to break up any old patterns, to break up any fear. And allow the sound of the waves to wash it all away. And taking a few deep breaths, releasing everything that no longer serves you. Bringing all of your attention to the parts of your body that are contacting the surface beneath you. Feeling grounded in your physical body. Feeling the weight of your body being effortlessly supported by Mother Earth. If at any point during this energy transmission, if you feel stories come up, if you feel emotions come up, images, anything that no longer serves you, allow the sound of the waves to carry that away from your body. Bringing your attention to the crown of your head and flowing down, bringing your attention through the back of your head, over the temples and ears, down your forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, and eyelashes, running off the tip of your nose, down your cheeks, over the lips, your chin, your jaw, flowing your awareness down all sides of your neck, draping over the shoulders, flowing down the upper arms, past the elbows, down to the forearms, over the wrists, out to the hands, and each finger. Bringing your awareness up to your chest, flowing over the front side of your body, feeling into the heart, the lungs, the ribs, flowing down to the belly, and feeling into the organs resting behind the abdomen. Flowing past the front of your hips, down to your pelvic floor. Bringing your awareness to your upper back, flowing down the back side of your body, over the shoulder blades, weaving in and out the backs of the ribs, down the mid-back, the lower back, backs of your hips, and into your glutes. Flowing down the upper legs, passing over the knees, down to the lower legs, over the ankles, tops of your feet, into each toe, and the soles of your feet. Breathing deeply as you feel into your entire body. Sending your awareness to every cell of your body at once. Using the breath to open the central channel of energy that runs through your body, allowing the intake of divine energy and the output of energy that no longer serves us. Watch the breath as it enters in, watching it travel down your spine, all the way to the root chakra at the base of your spine. And as you exhale, watch the breath reach up the spine, out the crown of your head. Inhaling down to the root, And exhaling up, out the crown. Inhaling down through the root. Exhaling up, out the crown. Continue for a few rounds at your own pace. Releasing the breath back to your natural rhythm as you welcome in your guides and angels for any assistance they may have to offer at this time. Allowing permission for this healing energy to be received by completely surrendering to this healing energy as it nourishes your highest good. Allowing your thoughts to flutter away as you receive this precious gift of time for yourself. Allowing yourself to be fully present within your body. Noticing anything that may rise to the surface and allowing it to be washed away by the waves as I keep track of the time. Returning your focus to your breath. Feeling the weight of your body resting in space. Imagining a deep ocean blue light in the center of your chest. This warm blue light surrounds your entire heart. On each inhale, this light becomes brighter and more vibrant. And on the exhale, the ball of light begins to grow in every direction throughout your body. Inhaling as the light shines brighter, and exhaling as the ball grows larger and larger until it encompasses your entire body. This blue light is here to seal in the healing energy that you have just received, and to collect any stagnant energy that is ready to be released. The ocean blue light slowly fades away as the connection to this energy healing transmission closes, allowing you to return home to yourself. Taking the time to send gratitude to your guides and angels, and listening in to receive any last messages. And slowly bringing some movement back to your body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling out the wrists and ankles, stretching out the body however it's calling you to. Perhaps bringing the palms of your hands together and rubbing them back and forth, creating friction and creating heat. Cupping the warm palms over your eyes as you begin to blink your eyes open, allowing the light to peek in through the cracks as you slowly bring yourself back to your physical body. Thank you so much for joining me today. Love and healing to all. Namaste. Please let me know how that was for you. I am so honored to be able to hold this space for you all. That felt like such a magical release. I feel lighter. I purposefully did not have us root down into Mother Earth today because I wanted the waves to take you away. I wanted the waves to wash away these old stories. Embracing the energy of water today. I so often embrace Mother Earth because I am such a grounded Taurus, but today is all about letting the water wash it away. Kaz, beautiful. Thank you, Jacqui. Thank you for being here, Kaz. Jennifer, thank you for your donation. Very much appreciated. Miriam as well. Thank you kindly, my dear. Lovely, Jacqui, and perfectly timed. Thank you. When do we see you next week on Insight Timer? I scheduled the class this morning. I don't know if it's on my profile yet, but I will be here Wednesday next week at 8:15 Central Time, same as today. Likewise, Wednesday the following week, and I think I'm going to also be here I will be here Friday the 20th. But for the next 2 weeks, Wednesday and Wednesday are scheduled and ready to go, so feel free to let me know that you're coming, or just show up on Wednesday at 8:15 or whatever time you're able to get here. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. A whole bunch of messages just came through. Charlotte, lovely with the butterfly. I love it. Oh, the Anunnaki card also brought up something about having 4 wings. They show up with wings, sometimes 4, and I'm wearing this butterfly sweatshirt today. So here's 4 wings, and Charlotte just gave us that butterfly. Johanna also gave us the butterfly. What else are you guys talking about? Teresa, thank you so much. Thank you. Johanna, thanks for the donation. I felt like this massive falls. Cleansing. Beautiful. Jane, that was lovely. Thank you, Jackie. You're so welcome, Jane. Thanks for coming. Christine, thank you. Miriam, thank you so much. I feel calm. The calming waters, right? It's all about what you choose. Waves can be viewed as like thrashing or as calm. You decide. Anik, thank you. Have to run magical full moon to all. Thanks, Anik. Charlotte, thank you kindly for your donation. Johanna, namaste. Bless you. Thank you. Maria, thanks so much. Jeanette, thank you. Interesting, beautiful, helpful. Lovely. I know I am. Just kidding. Thanks for being here, Jeanette, and thank you for your donation. Very, very kind. So an alien walks into a bar. You know, the alien was probably hanging out there for a while, and this dude just got intoxicated enough. He lowered his vibration enough for the alien to walk. So an alien walks into a dude who's in a bar. There was something else I was gonna say, but it slipped my mind, so it must not be timely at this time. Oh yeah, next week. So next week I'll be here Wednesday at 8:15 Central, the same time as today. Next week, Mars stations direct, so we get our energy back. Then the following Wednesday, or sorry, it's Thursday next week that Mars stations direct, but I'm going to talk about it on Wednesday. The following Wednesday, the 18th, is when Mercury stations direct, so we get our forward thinking back. Not forward as in like future anxiety, but forward as in like out, whatever. And then on the 22nd is when Uranus stations direct, and then we have our momentum back. That is when all of the planets will be moving forward. No retrograde slowdown energy anymore after January 22nd. So, excuse me, embrace. I can't tell you what to do. I invite you to embrace the next 6 days, 5 days of this slow, backward moving energy before it starts to move forward again. Take the calm while you have it. Winter is about going inward, retreating. I don't want to say dying, but like letting things go, like the death of parts of you, the death of your story, the ending of beliefs. And sometimes it takes calm and slowness to recognize those things. If we keep just like going and going on autopilot, of course you're not going to recognize the parts that are slowing you down, the parts that are holding you back. It's time to like, so embrace this while we have it, because this is an exciting year. I'm excited, but we can prepare ourselves for it. Fiorella? I love that name. You are. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You can only see in others what you hold inside of yourself. And I see so many lovely people here today. Okay, which of the planets rules over finances? Venus. I'm like trying to do quick mental stuff to see if I can like figure anything else out. But Venus is like the money goddess. She is an Aquarius right now. The rule breaker, the original one, the one who goes against the status quo. So start your own business, guys. Get out of the corporate world. Start making your own money. Be your own boss. Manage your own material goods, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's a huge theme right now. Lots of Aquarius energies around us. Many astrologers have different opinions on the age of Aquarius, when it started, but if we choose to be in it, we're in it. I think we're in the age of Aquarius. I think the age of Aquarius started, who was it? Saturn and Jupiter conjunct 0 degrees of Aquarius, December 21st, 2020. That was, oh, that was a good moment. I need to get off of here, but I am very excited to let you know about all this change that's upcoming, right? So the last few years, 2020, stuff hit the fan for a reason, you know, and it's all about how we choose to play with the energies that are available to us. We could have taken a look at the world situation and say, like, we're doomed. Everything's going to hell. People are arguing more than ever. People are dividing. You can choose to focus your attention on that while all this good stuff is going on. Or while all this nasty stuff is going on with no attention, you can choose to focus on, I had time to change my schedule and I had time to slow down. I learned X, Y, and Z by changing up my normal routine. I'm choosing to find people that align with me and the way that I think and the way that I believe the world should be, you know? I'm choosing to align with what I want in my world, you know? Anyway, so these last, like, 20, 21, 22 have been challenging years. Lots of tension in the planets. Huge, like, monumental tension. The last 2 years in specific, Saturn and Uranus were squaring each other, and they had played, like, their little retrograde dance, so they were not giving up. It was tension between Saturn, old, Uranus, new. So if you felt that over these last 3 years, Saturn wants to hang on to how it's always been, but Uranus was pulling the future in, you know, like pulling us into the way of the future. The farther out planet always wins. Uranus won, you know? We are going into the age of Aquarius. We are evolving as a species. We are getting rid of the old and the negative and the control. It's gone. It's up to you to see it. It is happening. I promise you, it is happening. It's up to you to tune your vision and your awareness into this positivity that is among us. What is helping us from now until 2026, guys, the universe, I'm like literally buzzing with anticipation right now. The universe is going to look completely different between now. I really need to go, but I'm so excited about this. 2023, Saturn changes signs. Saturn is the last planet that we can see with the visible eye. 2024, Pluto changes signs. Pluto is the farthest out planet, means that like it takes him the longest amount of time to move. 2025, Neptune changes signs. 2026, Uranus changes signs. It has been, I don't even know how many years, but like a long time since those 4 outer planets all made a shift in the same, like, think of the grand scheme of the universe. 4 years is like not even a millisecond. And there's so much like giant change coming. I hope that gets you excited as I am. So like we have all of this availability to grow and change and evolve and like let the past go. This is what it takes to let the past go. You just gotta let go. You just have to consciously choose to stop holding on to limiting beliefs. Because, surprise, you're capable of everything that you want. You're capable of being everything that you want. You're capable of doing everything that you want. It sounds so cheesy. Like, they told us when we were a kid, like, you can do anything that you want. And then we were brought up in the society that, like, held us down, but that is gone. That is leaving. Everything's being exposed and, like, wonky right now because it's ready to leave. I was going to say at the end of the transmission, if you're having emotions that are coming up, it's because they're ready to come out. When you're having all of this exposure, right? South Node and Scorpio, major scandals are exposed over these last 3 years, but even though nodes only the last year, but Things are being exposed because it's time to get rid of it. It's no longer hidden. It's no longer in the background running our lives. It is now in our awareness, so we can choose to get rid of it. I love you all. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care. Namaste. Ugh. Make the best of your life day in and day out, and if you forget how to do that, come back and hang out with me because I'll always remind you of your personal power. Love to all.